and I didn't finish high school. You know, so, because I didn't finish high school, every job I got, I had to lie to get that job. You know, they said, "Oh, did you finish high school?" Oh, heck yeah, man. You know, valedictorian, dude. So I better sit down with Gary. And the education part came up again. I'm like, oh, man, here I go. I'm like, I got to lie again. Right? So I asked him, I said, hey, what kind of education you with this? He says, oh, you don't need any education. You just got to be a good person. I was like, oh, cool, man. I have a friend that didn't finish high school. He's a loser, you know? I'm good, man, so we're straight, right? And I sat down with him, and he showed me a different way to make money. I was blown away, you know, by Primerica and the crusade. You know, and I was very coachable. You know, they said, all right, when you start this business, you got to change. You know, now I'm not a coffee drinker myself, right? But I saw all these people in the office, you know, drinking coffee. You know, and it wasn't Winchell's. You know, it was a 7-Eleven, it was Starbucks, right? So I'm like, Starbucks, what the heck is that? You know, so I go to Starbucks, this shoe store, I go to Starbucks, and I say, you know what? Do you guys have water? And they're like, yeah, we got water. I said, okay, do me a favor. Right, I ordered water, and they give me a water cup. You know the water cup you can see through, right? And I said, no. I said, put it in your coffee cup. You know, I put one of those, what is this, man? I put one of those bands in there. Because I always see Gary drinking coffee, right? And he'd go like this, and then he'd go. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to get that down to the notes on it. So I go to the office with my water, right? Look like coffee. And I would do that. I go like this. Right? And then my mom, which is my only recruit, she said, so what the heck are you doing, right? Mom, just go with it, man, right? I was look, you're either green or growing, or you're ripe and rotting. You're either green or growing in this business, or you're ripe and rotting. Now, I was so coachable, we got our business, you know, to $90,000 in production, as a regional leader. You know, we had a record, so Tanya Poe beat it, not damn it, right? But we had that record, and you know, we averaged about 57,000 for 2 years straight as a regional leader. Very coachable, you know. But went to RVP, you know, we stopped listening. You know, you hear a lot of different speakers, you hear a lot of different systems, and you stop listening. And that's what I did. You know, I stopped listening. Our numbers just, you know, they fell into the tank. And I said, you know what? This was probably maybe 6-7 months ago. You know, I said, you know what? We got to make a decision. We got to change something, you know, in our business. And that's what we did. You know, we met with, you know, first off, you know, our team named the Chosen Ones. You know, it stands for many are called, few are chosen. Now, some people think, all right, man, you sound so cocky with that name. You know, you sound so arrogant with that Chosen One's name, right? Well, it's an expectation for myself. That's what it is. You know, and I want to live up to the expectation. Are you living up to yours? That makes sense? So that name, I said, man, I got to fix that. You know, we're not living up to the expectations. So what we started doing, because Rick wanted me to talk about what we're doing a little bit, what we started doing, we kind of started weeding out, you know, the big shop. You know, and we just met, you know, with 5 key leaders. And, you know, we said, look, man, you know, we're going to take over this whole company. Are you in or are you out? And a bunch of people left. You know, but the players, you know, people like Billy, you know, he's a regional vice president today. You know, people like Chris Lopez, people like Johan, they all said, man, you know, we're going to stay, we're going to keep their butts, right? And today, folks, we went out, right? I mean, we finished up 62,000, right, over 60 recruits. Right now, we're over 40 recruits this month so far. We'll break both our recruiting record and our recruiting record this month again, right? So from those 5 players, you know, today we have a full-timers players meeting. It's by invite only. You know, we have over 30 players, not full-timers, 30 players. You know, when I got your back, you got my back, right? That's our player team, you know, and they're phenomenal, man. Most of them are winning Boca. They're just doing an incredible job. So, you know, when we sat and you know, we decided to put together that team, you know, one thing I told myself, I said, look, if you want to lead a huge orchestra, okay, you got to turn your back to the crowd. If you want to lead a huge orchestra called premium recruiting, you got to turn your back to the crowd and not listen to what everyone's saying about you. Mm-hmm. Now listen to what all the naysayers are saying, right? You got to do it, and that's what we did. And, you know, we promoted our first RVP, Billy and Tanya. They were actually, you know, no disrespect, but they were actually #1. If you combine both their codes, they finished up almost 90 life hacks in these past 3 months, man. It was awesome. They're superstars. I can't wait. They'll make $200,000 the first year as an RVP. Our base shop right now, we're averaging about 150 people at Op Night. We'll have 200 this coming Wednesday, and we're excited, man. Our 30 studs that we got, they're like ninjas. They're like samurai knights, man. They'll cut you. They're really, really good, you know, at the business. And, you know, we'll be a SVP before the convention. We'll pop it in the next 2 months. And, you know, we'll be a SVP by the convention, making $300,000. Folks, do you understand? I mean, me, right? A guy that didn't finish high school, used to work as a warehouse supervisor, but somebody gave an opportunity, somebody believed in me, right? And today that's what we're doing. I mean, where else can I go? Does that make sense? In the corporate world, I had a lot to make $18 an hour. Right? Here, we give you an opportunity to do that. Don't take this opportunity. Don't take this leadership for granted. Hey, how about this? You got to say what you see. You got to say what you see before you see what you say. I'm sorry, you got to say what you see till you see what you say. So what do you see right now? Are you guys, what do you see? Honestly, what do you guys see when you sit in that chair? What do you see right now? You got to keep saying it. You got to say, I'm going to be an RVP. You got to let people know I'm going to make $100,000. You got to let people know that. So say what you see till you see what you say. I always say it. You know, they say the mind's bigger, the body will follow. You always got to talk about what we're doing, man. And I'm excited. You know, I want to thank, you know, all the people that, you know, encouraged us.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Let's go, Art! Woo! Let's go, Art! Let's go, Art! You got it, Art.
I want to thank all the people that encourage us, like Neil Girlfriend. Like Catherine Munoz. You know, Mario Munoz, Mario Viviana, you know, JP. You know, Rick Susie, of course, and obviously Gary and Pat Cornegay. And without you guys' leadership and mentorship, you know, we wouldn't be here. And for the people, you know, for the people that talk shit when we were down, you know, for the people that, you know, ran their mouth and, you know, said, all right, you wouldn't be nothing, you didn't finish high school, all right, you know, you're just a warehouse guy, all right, this or that, and then they come into business and it still exists. You know, when your numbers are down, they talk trash and they say, oh man, you don't want to be in our space shop, you don't want to be in Gary's space shop, you know, those guys don't do it, we're over here, we're dirty, you know, we don't dance, you know. For all the people that talk shit, I want to say thank you. I appreciate it.